Come have fun with us and don't forget to subscribe.
What's up everybody, I'm Rick.
And I'm Anna.
And welcome to a review of Naruto Shippuden episode 427 to 450.
Welcome.
Anna,
Yes.
Naruto and Naruto Shippuden is one of the anime on our list of 100 and plus anime that we want to watch in our lifetime. And on this channel, we are covering all of those anime. If you want to see the full list, by the way, of anime we'll be covering, there's a link in the description box below.
Go check it out.
But also, you can see it in the outro. And I think so far we finished, 5 anime out of 101?
Give or take.
So, slowly but surely, we're getting there. So, Anna, review of these fillers, right? Usually we react to Naruto Shippuden, but for the fillers we review them. And these fillers...
Because most of the times they're boring.
Is it most of the time?
I don't know, but these ones were, so...
I guess we'll have to come back to that conversation at some point. Are Naruto fillers, are there more boring ones than good ones? I wonder if you take a look at each of them individually. But yeah.
But these ones were.
Part of them were. We'll get to that. These fillers, 427 to 450, cover kind of two arcs or present inside of two arcs. The first part inside of the birth of the Ten-Tailed Jinchuriki arc, and the second inside of the Jiraiya Shinobi Handbook, the Tale of Naruto the Hero arc, which that second part, that's a filler arc entirely.
Right.
The entirety of the fillers is kind of framed around the fact that the Infinite Tsukuyomi has been casted, and
now people are drifting into the dream world.
Yeah, people are having their dreams, and we're going in and seeing what each of these people's dreams are.
I have to say, as soon as I realized that they are the jutsu is being cast, I could smell dream fillers coming up. I was sure they were coming up.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned that before, but in the manga there's like 2-3 pages of what the dreams of the people are. It's just like a few panels for each characters, and here obviously they extend it to be several episodes, and they don't cover even the same characters that the manga does.
I'm actually curious to see the manga ones.
Yeah, within those fillers at least they don't. But yeah, let's talk about these fillers. You've already mentioned that you thought they were gonna.
Yes.
What are your overall thoughts?
Okay. My overall thoughts are that, first of all, I feel like the fillers started with like what I thought was gonna happen, which was like every 1 or 2 episodes would cover another character's dream, right? In the beginning it was like that. I think we saw like maybe 2 characters, I'm not sure. And then
Yamato counts because that was also fillers, and then we got Tenten, Killer Bee, and Karin.
Okay, so a total of 4 characters, and then we moved to Tsunade's dream, which was like the whole rest of the fillers.
It's the other arc, the Jiraiya Shinobi Handbook arc,
which wasn't even that well done. I didn't like it that much. I didn't like it at all, actually. I don't like it.
Okay. My general thoughts, of course, I've seen Naruto before, read the manga, but not the fillers. So this was my first time watching these fillers too. And I think this will be my last time watching these fillers. Because, I'm echoing your thoughts. Though I'm not sure what your thoughts are on the first half. I thought they were good, and I thought we would keep going that way with just switching characters and seeing what everybody's dreaming about. And then
that was my thought as well.
Yeah, then this Jiraiya Handbook thing started, and I thought it was kind of meh, but I thought it would end after a few episodes, and then it just kept going and going.
I thought when it started from the beginning, like, it's weird that her dream is actually her reading a book,
and then we're seeing what's in that book,
rather than what her like dream world actually looks like. But then I thought, okay, but maybe they're using this to tell a story, and then the story got a bit longer, and then a bit longer, and then a bit longer, and then it finished like the first chapter of the book, or the first whatever part of the book, and I thought, okay, finally,
It's over. And then part
and then
two.
there's part 2 of the
Yeah.
book. Oh,
Okay.
like,
So I think we're in general agreement here, but I'd like to dive a bit deeper into all of this by going into each section,
okay,
each dreams,
yeah,
and saying what we thought of it. So,
okay,
ignoring the first one, which was Yamato, that was episode 426. Then we got 2 about Tenten,
yeah.
in which she realizes that she's not in her world.
I really liked the way her dream worked, because as she was falling into the dream, she knew what was happening, you know. Even as she was dreaming, she realized that, oh no, I'm stuck here and this is not my real world. I have to wake up, I have to get out of here somehow. And actually what I thought initially was that, oh, maybe in this dream, like, she'll be able to break the genjutsu and wake up, but that's actually also part of the dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought, oh, that's gonna be like a 2-layer
dream
one.
within a dream.
Exactly. And
Dreamception.
she'll think that she broke the jutsu, and she'll think that she helped everyone and saved the world, but actually she's still trapped. However, how they did it was still really good.
Yeah,
like,
that's not how it happens.
Well.
She's more lulled into accepting that new reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she accomplishes her goals, right?
Yeah.
Of saving everyone.
Yeah, exactly. And she uses that scroll to save everyone, but within the dream. And then by the end, she's kind of like lured in. It still worked really well. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was a good... And, you know, considering that Tenten is one of the least developed characters of this anime, they did a really good job here.
Yeah, that's what I like, actually, is that we rarely get any of Tenten.
Yeah.
And to have, like, 2 episodes focused on her, you know, it's something. We had other fillers focused on her before, you know, when she was looking for weapons, that filler. But here, you know, it's something
I feel
else.
like this one was better done in terms of showing her personality and her character and, you know, her strengths, all of that. I really liked it.
And even small elements, right? We show her bedroom, and then you can kind of, you know, analyze that and deduce what you will from what the character is like, you know,
exactly,
from the way the room is decorated and everything. Second one that we saw was Killer Bee, Killer Bee's dream.
I really liked his dream because of what it represented, really, which was that his dream was just to be friends with all the Jinchuriki, help all the Jinchuriki become friends with their tail beasts, which he had accomplished with A-Tail. And then, like, go on adventures together. Like, basically, that's what it is. It's cool. I feel like it fits him really well. I'm glad that it wasn't something as surface level and simple as just his dream is to go around the 5 nations doing rap tours or something.
I thought that was going to be it.
Yeah, like, they actually built a nice story for him.
The Super Sentai route. But what I also liked from it is that, you know, some of the elements are kind of over the top, and then I would have to catch myself a few times when I would think, oh wait, that doesn't make sense, and I'd think, oh, but it's a dream. Yeah,
exactly.
Of course it doesn't make sense, right? Like, it's normal.
The tail beasts are like cute and tiny, and they ride on their shoulders like Pikachu. Like it's everything is fantastical, but like it works because it's a dream.
Yeah, it opens you up because you realize these don't have to follow the rules of the universe.
Exactly. If anything, it makes more sense that they wouldn't follow the rules of their world because it's things that people would want to be different. Yeah. Right.
Oh, I didn't mention the Tenten one happens in the same dream world that the movie does. Road to Ninja.
With the same like character, the way they're different.
Yeah. By the way, our reaction to Road to Ninja is or will be available to exclusive members on our YouTube channel. So check that out if you're interested. Next one that we had was Karin. Not your favorite character.
Not my favorite character. And guess what? In these fillers, also not my favorite character.
Oh, okay. So she had a one-parter. It was just one episode, and most of it was flashback, but the flashback kind of served to make us understand the end, right, of why she was dreaming about getting revenge on that that guy, and having Sasuke save her.
I think one thing that I didn't like about her dream, and I don't know, I guess, is that her dream felt more like a flashback. I don't think that was her dream. I think they were showing us what actually happened. And her ideal ending was that she would just die? Is that the implication?
Well, the dream seemingly starts when, the difference happened, right? She's not stabbed by Sasuke in the Denzo fight.
Exactly.
And then from there on, things are different.
Right.
She dies at the end, but I thought that was an interesting twist because it makes you think, true. Like, for a character to wish that the best outcome for them would be death says a lot about the kind of life that they would have lived.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. This is not. What do you think would be the best way for you to, I don't know, for your story to go on now? This is a dream. Like, all of them have things happen completely differently in their dreams. In her dream, she wouldn't have gone through that horrible, childhood.
Yeah, but it depends what you dream of, right? Because you could say, why isn't your deepest dream just to not have been through all of that? But maybe her deepest dream doesn't even perceive the idea that that's possible, right? The deepest dream is just the pain to end.
Right. That's really sad.
You know what's really sad, though?
What comes?
What follows?
What follows? That was really sad indeed.
What follows is more than 2/3 of the fillers. The Jiraiya Shinobi Handbook arc, in which Tsunade is reading a book that Jiraiya wrote, in which things are kind of the same but different, and not different in a better way.
Not at all.
And turns out at the end that she was dreaming that too. So she was dreaming a dream in which she read something, and what we saw was that thing that she read.
Right.
So, yeah.
Why? Okay, here's the thing. I get it. They use this opportunity to tell another story. Basically, what a lot of other fillers have been before. Like, oh, here's a side story that maybe doesn't even connect.
Here's a what if.
Yeah, exactly. This is a bad what if. This was like how many episodes were there? Like 10, 12? I'm not even sure.
19.
19 episodes. So what this filler was, in my opinion, is what, like, the whole of Naruto up to, like, Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, up to the moment where, the dream starts, like, to the point where the war starts, what all of that would have been condensed in 19 episodes and then badly written. This was a filler arc of what Naruto would have been like if it was a bad anime. Honestly. It's so bad.
I think it makes you realize the importance of motivation for a lot of these characters, right?
So one of the weakest parts, the weakest elements of this filler arc was that the antagonists were, like, badly written. Everyone, like, from Sasuke to, like, everyone they fight from the Akatsuki, because that's basically who they fight. Like, everyone, just, like, their motivations are so weak. Sometimes don't even really make sense. Like, what they say in the beginning and what they say in the end is not the same thing, you know? Like, I mean, the beginning of the fight and then at the end of the fight when they lose.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. Like, they don't match. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so the best example of that is probably Sasuke, right? Sasuke, who in the original story that we've been following is a tragic character who makes a decision that you wouldn't necessarily agree with, but you can't really, how do you say, you kind of see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Like, man, you had a messed up situation.
Right. And then after the messed up situation, you think you finally accomplished something, and then you realize the situation was even more messed up.
Yeah.
Like, you get how he would end up where he did. knowing what you know from his
Yeah.
story.
And the story goes darker and darker, right? And
Yeah.
it's sad to see you don't agree with it, but you get it. Here, he also goes darker and darker in these fillers.
But for stupid reasons.
But the initial motivation is so shallow that the whole thing kind of falls apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it's interesting because they actually took an element that was present in the original Sasuke story also, which is that his father always considered Itachi to be better than him.
Mm-hmm.
And like compare the two. But I never, even with that element present in Sasuke's story, I never got the feeling that he was jealous or bitter about it, Like maybe he was sad about it, but not jealous or bitter,
Mm-hmm.
And then it falls apart from the beginning because he's upset because his father doesn't consider him as good as his older brother. But then he turns that on Naruto.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Mm-hmm. But it also makes you think about what it means for a character to have a certain personality, certain archetypes, certain quirks. And a world in which things are different, wouldn't that character not be the same? Road to Ninja, in my opinion, does that very well, right? It's a world in which Naruto has his parents, and the character is basically not even Naruto, right?
Right.
Their version of Naruto. He's not even called Naruto,
Yeah.
Menma. And we see him in the Tenten fillers too, because they understand that if he had his parent, he would be a totally different character.
Yeah, exactly.
Here
and everybody is like that in that. Like
that
Sakura
world
is the same, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here, he has his parents, but he's still the same Naruto.
Yeah.
The same goal, the same quirk, he acts the same way, and it's so much harder to believe that Naruto would be a useless quote unquote, people were calling him useless, useless attention seeking, brat,
troubled kid.
Yeah. If Kushina and Minato were there.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. And also for Sasuke, like the whole point was that before the fateful night of the Uchiha massacre, Sasuke was a happy kid.
Yeah.
Like at what point did he turn from a happy kid with a happy family to this dark version of Sasuke, like his like jealousy or bitterness over his father's disapproval would not have been enough of a catalyst for this to happen,
But another thing, apart from the characters and these fillers that, make them bad, is, like you said, it's 19 episodes, but it kind of tries to condense most of what we've seen throughout the show, but then modified versions. And by doing that, it just goes nonstop.
Oh, yeah.
Here, 1 second we're focusing on Sasuke, next we're focusing on Nagatsuki, next we're focusing...
They jump from like one storyline to the next, and it feels like they completely leave that one behind, Like when they do the skip from the first part to the second part of the book, it's just like everything that happened in the first part almost not even mentioned anymore.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole...
Until it comes back at the end. It's like, oh, remember there was a first part?
Yeah, exactly. And they only take the elements that they need and that they want from for the second part. I have to say though, there was one element that I liked about this whole messy situation, which was the return of Neji's father. I thought that in particular was smart, that Toby would have actually been a reanimation of Neji's father, and he had his own reasons
for doing what he was
doing.
Yeah.
I like that, and honestly, even within the dream realm idea, it makes sense, because it makes sense that Tsunade would dream that, oh, everything that happened that was actually bad would have been for good reasons for us, for the people that I know. So in that sense, it also makes sense. I liked it, but that was the only thing that I liked.
But I also like that he pointed out things that we realize as we're watching, which is the flaws in the system, right? And he came back to wonder, like, is it still the same, right? Is Konoha still sending people out there that value mission above even human life,
Right. And I mean, they took that from other storylines
Yeah,
from
with
Naruto.
Kakashi and,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
But yeah, all in all, we could say that the first part of these fillers with the other people's dreams, those were interesting
Yeah.
and good. And then the second part, less so.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, and just one more thing. Tsunade's dream actually ends when she wakes up from the dream where she's reading the book, and she wakes up to the dream world in which
Dan is Okage.
Her brother is hanging out with them.
Yeah,
I
and
thought that
Jiraiya's
was
alive.
I thought that was such a good story, you know. Why didn't they just tell that story?
Yeah. But they didn't, so this is what we saw. So that was our thoughts on these fillers for 27 to 450. Anna?
Yes.
With this will be the last filler review we do for Naruto Shippuden.
Yes.
That does not mean that there are no fillers coming.
Oh, there are still more?
There are a few, I think 9 total, separated into different things. But we will react to those.
Okay.
That's it. Now it's just reaction until the end. It's the last
stretch. How many episodes are left? Like 50. Right? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
How do you think this will go? Where do you think we're gonna end this anime with 50 episodes left to go?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's only Naruto and Sasuke left to fight. There's also and Sakura also. Kakashi is also with them, but I don't feel like Kakashi will be, you know, the front runner. I have a bad feeling about this, though, I have to say. I had a bad feeling from the time I realized it was the 4 of them who were left, that I think Kakashi might not make it. I don't know why I feel like that will happen, and I would hate it because he's my favorite character, for God's sake.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Itachi.
Oh yeah, right, that's true. The 2 of them are my favorite characters. Okay. It's difficult to choose. But right now, Itachi is gone. I already lost one of my favorite characters. I don't want to lose the second one. It's not fair. But I have a bad feeling about this, that he might not make it. Because I'm thinking, like, you know, it's the 4 of them left, right? And I feel like they wouldn't lose one of the kids. Because, I don't know, it's like that type of anime. In the end, the 3 of them have to make it. They will be the new 3 Sannin. That's already 3. They will be the new Sannin group, and that's gonna be, you know, their conclusion at the end of the war. But Kakashi also remained with them, and I feel like that's because he's gonna have to sacrifice himself in order for them to succeed in taking down Madara.
Okay, well, we shall see if that's how things unfold as we react to more episodes of Naruto Shippuden. If you want to be there for those reactions, we invite you to
subscribe to this channel. The button is down below.
Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking it if you did, and
have a nice day.